Hello and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today, Call of Duty Season 5 teaser trailer just dropped. As that being said, we also got a nice blog to go over with potential things coming into the game. So further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get right into it. I did watch the trailer for this, which I do have uploaded to the channel. You can go ahead and see that. It's pretty interesting. I really do like how the AUG is actually coming back to the game. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. So starting right off, Season 5 is going to be action-packed. From the trailer, from a lot of the teasers that we did see, to a lot of the images that are here on screen. What are they? Well, we get to see a lot of characters that we did see beforehand, and a lot of new characters, which is really cool. But the biggest hype for me is the zombies. We get to see a new type of zombie similar to, the whole Panzer zombies from Origins. But it looks more modernized and mech'd out, which is pretty similar to the Gronkovi, Nikolai, Mech, and the Mangler. It does somewhat look like a Klaus, which in some of the trailers that we did get for teasers, it was a Klaus factory. So it kind of makes sense. In Warzone, we get to see a red homing beam, which seems to be a beacon for probably a bomb or something. Seems like stadiums being targeted yet again, which is kind of crazy. Season 5 launches on August 7th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right down here. We're going to be getting back with the CIA, hunting down the final... Who's calling me? I can't answer that right now. So getting right into it, let's go and go over Season 5 in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So the Rogue Black Ops is back with the CIA, hunting down the final Phantheon moles. Stop the enemy at all costs while deploying to new multiplayer maps and exploring increased activity around Verdansk Stadium, which the hint of the homing beacon, the red beacon. Breach Janus Towers in the new Reckoning map for zombies, wield new weapons and gear and much more with Season 5 launching on August 7th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So unleash the arsenal. Black Ops 6 Season 5 is here. The overview, ignite the action, right? So we kind of just went over it. This is going to be, let's see if I can zoom in on it. I can, let's go. All right, I might actually have to save this real quick as an image. And we're going to go over it real fast. This is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's go over it. So new maps, there are Runway 6v6, Exchange 6v6 and 2v2 map. World Motor Dynasty, WMD, 6v6 remastered. So it's probably going to be the WMD remaster maybe? Who knows? Jackpot, which is the casino from campaign. Score streaks, we're going to be getting the combat bow from most likely Black Ops 3. I can't wait for that. Looks like a new game mode called Aim High, which is probably going to be headshot only, which I'm really excited to try that. They're finally adding snipers only to the game, which is kind of crazy because this should have been in the game months ago. Cranked Mosh Pit, that should have been in the game a long time ago. Crank Demolition, that's more of a Modern Warfare 3 mode, I believe. I think they tried something like that with Modern Warfare 3. That should have been released probably last season. Blueprint Gunfight, that's been in the game for a long time. That should have dropped with the release of the game. And Ransack is returning. Cool, I'm excited for that. So let's go ahead and go to over here, over in Warzone. We're getting a new PLI update on Stadium. You can see the red beam right there. Stadium Resurgence, that's actually pretty cool. Deadline, which seems like a in-season limited time mode. And there's a new contract, satellite hijack contract, right? Cool. Here we go. Okay, so the leaks were true. So down here, we got the 357 Magnum, the PLM 556 LMG, the AUG, or the ABR A1, and we got the boxing gloves from Black Ops 3. That is cool. We got Sims as the operator, Solstice, which is a new Black Cell operator, of course. We got a new event, 90s action heroes. So that's probably going to be like Rocky or like Mike Tyson. Who knows? That'd be really cool to see Mike Tyson pop up. Rocky Balboa. Who knows? Who knows? Atomic Block Party, another Nuketown event. And Operation Hellride. So that's pretty cool. It looks like we're getting some new attachments. So it looks like an under-mounted magazine for the PPSH. That's pretty cool. And then a 9mm PM skull splitter barrel. So that's pretty interesting. And then these are all the promotional skins that they have coming in. So we already seen I Know What You Did Last Summer skin trailer just recently. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to the zombies real fast. This is, I can't wait for this. So we got the Reckoning, new wonder weapon, Gorgofex. Looks like a Shadows of Evil style weapon with the, Pothican, like, sacks and stuff all over it. I'm interested for that. New field upgrade, Mr. Peaks. That's going to be pretty cool. We got new enemy, Uber Klaus. I said it. Klaus is probably been really mechanized and weaponized as like a panzer. Commando Klaus. We got new Grief Arenas. We got directed mode for Reckoning. And then we got Team Cranked. And then we got the combat bow. Guys, I'm excited. Going to be doing a lot of coverage for this when it drops. And this right here, fabulous. A lot of the things, such as the game modes and stuff, should have already been in the game a few seasons ago. But with that being said, I'm more excited for the zombies than anything. Probably some multiplayer stuff, like I'm the Ogbar, excited for boxing gloves, nostalgia, 357 Magnum, don't get me started. I like that. And like the MG42 LMG, I roll with that. So that is the roadmap, right, for what is to come. Now let's get into some of the details. So here's a trailer. I already watched it. If you guys want to watch it, there'll be a link down below in the description to the video I uploaded on the channel. Immediate access to launch for content. A multiplayer content summary for new maps. Runway Exchange, World Motor Dynasty, and Jackpot. The new game modes we just went over. And here's some of the layouts of them. So Runway looks like it's from Campaign. That one mission where you're at the airport. That's pretty cool. Exchange reminds me of the map reminds me of a few maps. It reminds me of the Black Ops 3 style map layout, similar to like the whole colorful rooftop style like gameplay, which is pretty cool. But this statue right here, I forgot what map that was, but it was a map in Black Ops 4, and that statue just charged my memory. WMD, which is actually going to be the remastered WMD. So that's pretty cool. But it's not snowy, which is unfortunate because I would have thought they would have stayed with the WMD Classic and just made it like some abandoned facility as it always has been. But I guess they went for more of a modernized approach, which is pretty cool. Expect some spawn trap tutorials on this map for sure. And Jackpot. Looks like the exact layout from the campaign, of course. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I hated the casino map in Cold War though. It had no flow to it, and man, it was bad. So hopefully this doesn't play like that. The new multiplayer modes, Aim High, which is how to survive across a variety of game modes, including team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, and kill confirm, where headshots land instant eliminations while full body armor minimize damage. Okay, first of all, that reminds me of that one game mode from Modern Warfare 2 just a few years ago. I forgot the name of it. Realism. So I might be playing this a lot because I really do like the challenge for headshot only kills instantly killing people. We might get some crazy gameplays in this. Really excited for that. Snipers only in season. Pretty cool that they brought it back into the game. Should have been on release, in my personal opinion, because it was like that, I believe, in Cold War, and I think we had a sniper game mode in MW3. I don't know why they took so long to release it. Cranked Mosh Pit, that probably should have been a Mosh Pit released on the release of the game, simply because of the fast-paced game mode and, everything else. Demolition, Ransack, Blueprint, Gun Game, additional gameplay content. The combat bow is going to be a new kill streak, most likely. New score streak, MP Zombies mid-season. The bow is going to be 500 points, and there'll be mastery badges for it. Rank play and rank camos launch window. Let's see. All right, here we go. New updated rank play stuff. I'm not going to be able to earn any of this because my frames and connection is cooked. So don't expect me to play rank play because I'm not touching it. Whenever I play it, I'm on 60 plus ping, and right now I'm running 70 to 80 frames on the game. I'm getting cooked. I get cooked in 1v1s anyway. I'm not going to waste my time on playing in cheaters. So right here goes a lot of the breakdowns and what you gotta be to earn the specific for everything. Zombies. I'm so excited for zombies, man. This is gonna be so dude, I can't wait. I like how they added parachuting, so there's gonna be a really huge element of variance with the map to where you're able to parachute, which is really cool. It adds more of an open world style to it, and it's a new dynamic feature that is going to implement a lot more play style with the map, which already just seeing that has me intrigued. So The Reckoning arrives, avoid an Appalachian apocalypse as the assault on Janus Towers begins, and the long brewing conflict between Richtofen and Sam reaches a turning point. Before I continue, where's Panos, right? Who is Panos working with, and who is Sam working with? Is Panos working with Sam, or are they both working with the same person? Who knows? But I'm excited to see who Panos is working with this Easter egg. Flexing the Gorgo effects. Pistol-sized and punching well above its weight, this biomechanical device melds mycelial and insectial properties. Okay, so similar to how like the Shadows of Evil vibe. It's a wonder weapon that inflicts direct damage as an anti-gravity incapacitations. Additional gameplay content, battle rivals and grief, return to mid-season for directed mode, and in full objective driven experience, Team Cranked also returns mid-season. It's pretty cool. And then Bunny Beatdown's Mr. Peak's field upgrade arrives to savage the hordes of the undead in new and entertaining ways. Then bring incinerating ammunition into Zombies fight with the combat bow support weapon mid-season. That's going to be the weapon right there. I'm excited for it. And multiple people can get it. I'm excited. So I believe right here goes some lore. So looming over once sleepy settlement of Liberty Falls, the Project Janus headquarters, the seas known locally as Janus Towers, now teeters on the verge of a collapse constructed between blank and blank. I'm assuming that's Liberty Falls and the mansion, maybe? This vast and vertical facility is separated into something with Aetherium slowly being released into the facility or the area, whatever, into nuclear something reactors. Blank, limitless power, but at a price. These tower systems appear to be critically damaged, and total failures is imminent. Stabilizing the Aether reactors seem to be the initial overriding goal before the greater threats must be faced. Now, we know whatever happens with this Easter egg, it gets fixed. Because with the end of Modern Warfare Z, we see, I forgot their name. One of the main characters gets sucked through the portal, and she was there to investigate what had happened with Liberty Falls. So, we win. We know this already. We win. But how did the crew get into that room and sacrifice themselves? Why did they do that? And where is Richtofen, right? So there has been rumors months ago to where we might see the original crew again, zombie crew. So I'm assuming what they did with Mob of the Dead, where they needed vials of blood or something similar to that, that's probably what they did with this original crew. And that's probably what Richtofen has been working with all along. Who knows? Basically to bring Samantha back. That would be really cool. Prepared to confront cosmetic chaos in the last chapter of the Black Ops 6 Zombies narrative, launching at the start of Season 5 on August 7th, which is here in 8 days. Day of Reckoning, your comms team handlers. Cool. Assuming no comms interface, expect Peak, Rabinoff, and Strauss to provide valuable support, with Raptor 1 always skybound to exfil, should the situation go even more sideways. But what of Dr. Purcell's Panos, who sacrificed Alpha Team to return himself from the Dark Aether, and Security Chief John Blanchard, last seen pursuing Panos into the towers? Then there's both Sam and Dr. Richtofen. So we're probably going to get a small boss fight, right? Similar to how we've seen with Terminus. There's probably going to be something that happened with Blanchard and something that happened with Sam Panos. Who knows? I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how this all plays out, and I'm excited to see the map play out. We get to see some teasers. Of course, this looks like a reactor that was in the basement. Looks like it's gone rogue, sucking things all around the room with the anti-gravity capabilities. This seems like a portal, most likely going to be a teleportation portal, probably from down below to up top and vice versa. Who knows? From the moment you step into the debris strewed lobby, as it soon becomes clear that the towers have seen better days, which is destroyed. Laboratories, computing and research offices, and more secretive chambers may be accessed by more novel means of transportation. So probably the teleporter. Parachutes, anti-gravity personal launchers, to Aether vents. That's pretty cool. With low gravity, robot assembly, attunement accelerator. So I'm liking this. Further exploratory contents have been lost via an unanticipated data intrusion, and all tower blueprint records expunged. So here we go. New elite enemy, Uber Klaus. So it's not a boss. It's an elite enemy. It's pretty cool. Secret secret research and development program of Project Janus appeared to have been more evolved than originally thought, developing many more robots in the Klaus assembly lab than first anticipated. The greatest of the threats is the Uber Klaus, a murderous autonomon, don't yell at me for that, encased in a toughened, bulky exoskeleton that maintains a cocky attitude, like a jock. Lethal efficiency and super strength, all directed at newly programmed threats. So seems like it probably went rogue. Enemy takeover tactics are unknown at this point. Through combat, it's likely to be focused on disrupting the Uberklaus from heavy shielding and avoiding its melee attacks. Once the exoskeleton is broken, the Uberklaus core will eject, revealing its second deadly form. The Uberklaus core increased it's increased in agility, sacrificing defense for less lumbering locomotion and flying capabilities thanks to rocket power hover boots. It continues to employ energy-based arm-mounted launchers, avoid at all costs, while its defense Tesla coil shielded can prevent your incoming attacks. Holy crap. Look at this. So this is probably going to be the zombie round right here. It's going to be crazy. Other entities, Red Mist, Descends, Robot Dispatch. That's crazy. Floating Klaus zombies. That's insane, dude. Emergency enforcement protocols may have already been triggered across 3 towers, resulting in periodic robot battalions known as Commando Klaus, homing in on perceived intruders, preceded by a strange red mist. These automated enemies have had their higher functions disconnected at self-destruct sequences activated and should be dispatched with swift and focused aggression. Mechanical threats are only one of the expected adversaries' reports of zombified Project Janus security and administrative personnel. The remains of scientists, hazmat crews, and even experimental mutations are confirmed to be active within the towers. New zombie types, and probably a boss zombie. New wonder weapon. Alright, so look at the art on it, right? It looks exactly like the weapon from Shadows of Evil, except it has no tentacles, right? Looks super bizarre, but looks really cool. And I'm assuming this goes in the side of it right here. God, I can't wait for this. It does have tentacles. Okay, cool. So the Apothicon literally is like the Apothicon. That is so cool. That is super cool. Looks like they took the Annihilator model and added that effect to it. I'm excited. Latest intel, but all confirms James Towers may be behind a new grotesquely potent wonder weapon known as Gorgofex. Partially charred experimentation notes discovered on microfinchy indicate the existence of a bioeretic armament, combining fungal, floral, and insectical traits to deliver precise impact damage and gravity-defying disruption in close quarters. Glowing membranes on the weapon show hints of motion and circulation under the surface. The weapon seems to pulse and breathe with a beating central heart-like organ. Dude, that is cool. That pumps energy through the weapon due to the saturation of dark aether and other unknown energies. The weapon is said to emit faint psychic vibrations. But how does it work? Dude, that is so... The Gorgofex fires what appears to be a slug of aether-based energy. On impact, this inflicts a dense area of direct damage with a tight area of effect. The damage of the impact varies depending on whether the user charges the attack before release. So it's going to be a charge effect. Pretty cool. Shortly after impact, energy from the fully charged blast dissipates outward, inflicting damage in a wide area. The dissipation seems to cause a focused temporary gravitational anomaly, catching and incapacitating enemies to float at just above head height. More research is required, but it appears 2 additional variants have been uncovered. Cool. That is really cool. Now, real quick, electrical switch board. So I'm assuming some of these are teasers for how the upgrade is going to be. So I'm assuming there's going to be an electrical version, probably similar to what we've seen with the mansion, right? There's going to be probably 3 variants, probably Aether one. This one, probably, one of them will probably shoot shotgun shells. Who knows? Who knows? But there's probably an electrical one. That's probably why they're teasing it right here. That's pretty cool. Additional content for the Reckoning. A new character model for Elizabeth Grey. Has a Klaus head. You see the vials right there on her hip. Those vials look awfully similar to the vials that they used for the final Easter egg in MWZ. So I'm assuming we get these vials right here in the storyline for this Easter egg. That's interesting. Main quest and quest rewards. The Assault on Janus Towers and the Reckoning main quest go live at the start of Season 5 on Thursday, August 7th, which is here in a week, at 9 a.m. Ensure you complete the main quest to obtain the Blood, Sweat, and Gears operator skin for Grey, shown above. An intriguing weapon, charm, multiple calling cards, and sizable XP rewards. Players who complete the main quest prior to the mid-season director mode will earn a unique calling card variant. That's awesome. Unstable gravity due to experiment conducted in the blank. This chamber may experience fluctuating gravity with projectile weaponry and movement affected during these interactive anomalies. So I'm assuming this area will have some really cool like moon features to it, right? Anti-gravity. There might be an Easter egg step in this room. Who knows? I'm most likely certain there is. Rapid transportation teleporters. Okay, so there are going to be teleporters. Rapid transportation anti-gravity personal launchers. So similar to what we've seen on Horizon Track. That's going to be cool. So more traps. Caster turret. The cognitive and adaptive system for target elimination and reinforcement turret with arrangement and control panel components is a joint venture between the Project Janus Cognitive Science and Security Technologies. That's really cool. So I'm assuming probably this is going to be a side quest, or we'll probably have to use this for something. Who knows? You could see in the background right here that there's a pod of some sort. Same right there. So that pod might be used for the upgrade or weapon assembly for the new Wonder Weapon. Additional gameplay content, returning modes, grief, reckoning, directed mode mid-season. So so all the Klaus are actually floating with their boots. Really cool. Team Cranked, mid-season mode, new support Score Street Combat Bow, we went over that already. Additional field upgrade, Mr. Peaks. I'm excited. Summon Mr. Peaks to our reality to create chaos as the deadly and distracting bunny busts out the moves and bashes undead brains to raving disco beat. That's so cool. Once Mr. Peaks arrives in your hands, throw this hairy helper into the fray, and he gleefully attracts normal and special enemies and attacks any undead within his wandering radius, savaging foes until they explode in a shower of bright confetti. That is so cool. Okay, so here are the augments. So we got Dance Party, Arcane Fury, Apex Hunter. Then minor augments, we got Social Butterfly, Peaks Favor, and Party Animal. God, that's so cool. There's going to be a leaderboard event, and then Warzone content. We're going to sit through this. Eyes in the Sky, Abyss Protocol activated, Stadium compromised. So we got the beacon in the sky. New satellite hijack window right here. What is this? Breach the stadium. Impressively explicit way to, as you and other enemy squads attempt to race to complete the multi-step satellite hijack contract, infiltrate the stadium by any means necessary, confirming the nefarious operations in the hidden compound within. This contract is only available during the first full week of the season, so don't miss out on your chance to engage in this important event. Secure blank to obtain special reward. The blank available to every member of your squad and usual during the rest of the match, as well as permanently placed in your gunsmith, further comms to follow. That's going to be pretty hard. This is going to be a hard challenge because everybody and their mother is going to drop here and try to get this contract. That's insane. All right. Deadline LTM, quads 100 players in AI. Then ranked play, of course, with new rewards. There's some really cool emblems and titles. I like the koi fish, the line. I like the whole vibe that they did right here. It's very samurai. That's pretty cool. I really do like that. The recommendations for the rewards and general content. Weapons, PML 556 LMG. Pretty cool. Excited to see that. We got the ABR A1 assault rifle. The Ogbar. Can't wait for that. Boxing gloves, dude. This is so goofy, bro. I can't wait for the boxing gloves. Oh, we got the 357 revolver. That's so cool. And then we got the barrel for the special weapon attachment for the 9mm PM. And then we got the helical magazine for the PPSH. And then Season 5 events. I'm not really going to bother these because we kind of went over them. So the season battle pass. You got the Black Cell, level 100 reward, or just default rewards and everything like that. Then you got the black cell right here. It reminds me of Wakanda with the gold armor and stuff. That's such a cool skin, man. That's really cool. And then the Replacer is returning. Fisherman's coming into the game. No, you did last summer. Other incoming bundles right here. Then Call of Duty Championship, and then that. So that is going to be it for the video, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think down below. Are you excited for this season? I'm thrilled. I'm more thrilled over the zombies than anything. They started cooking with zombies this year, and I would like to see this progress into Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Now, let me know what your personal opinion is down below, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And last but not least, thank you guys for tuning into the channel. And if you need to see the new trailer, by all means, click right up here in the top right corner and check it out. It was pretty interesting. It wasn't anything crazy, but it's pretty cool. It's a minute and a half. If you got time, check it out. If not, it's totally fine. Appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. It's been Sweaty, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye, everybody. SweatyMop.
Call of Duty boss to swing the mop and get sweaty. Mount the rifle on the ledge, hit you with the heady. Got you in a spawn trap, melt you like jelly. 7.62 needles going through your